morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world today. My name's Becky and I hope you're all well and have had a wonderful new year. Now, I apologise this video is coming out late, but we've been absolutely overwhelmed with messages in support of Johnny. Photos and stories have been shared with us since our last video and it's been incredible. But also, this little angel decided that the laptop was her bouncy castle and deleted the audio I recorded yesterday. So it's now 6:30 on New Year's Day, and I'm sitting here recording this looking a little bit worse for wear. So next video, I promise I will be on screen, and nobody needs to see this today. Besides, we've got a lot of photos and comments to share with you after I finish reading my letter to Johnny. We know 2020 has been a sucky year, and we won't lie, it probably will be a bit crappy for the first half of 2021. Hopefully by the end we can all be with our loved ones again, celebrating Christmas and New Year's together. Please stay to the end of the video where I've got an update for you on what's coming next, but for now I'm going to read for you my public letter to Johnny Depp from a survivor of domestic violence. Hi Johnny. My name's Becky and I'm a survivor of domestic abuse. I cannot imagine the stress, the trauma, the hurt and sadness that you're going through with the year that you've just had in 2020. This year hasn't been great for any of us, but I'm taking a stand and I'm stepping up on my soapbox to hopefully help give you a bit of a boost headed into 2021. To know that as a movement, justice for Johnny Depp is here, we are supporting you and we are sharing the truth. The truth that you were a victim and not an abuser. We uploaded our first video a few days ago, and if you haven't seen it, the link is in the description, and that directly speaks to Amber. She does not get to speak for us as victims. She certainly does not get to speak for you. Her narrative has been so damaging to a whole community of survivors who are here shouting for the truth. Unfortunately, we've been given a bad reputation by Amber Heard supporters, and I'm sure you're aware that we're all apparently Russian bots. Well, I can assure you I am not a bot, and I will continue to shout from the rooftops that there needs to be justice in this case. My personal experience has taught me that living with an abuser who makes you feel like everything wrong in the world is your fault. It's like an emotional leech that constantly sucks at your soul, and it's just leaving you filled with emptiness. You can literally feel your soul, your beliefs, your sanity, your voice, and all hope just disappear. So many people have gone through this and are going through this and they feel the same way. It can't be articulated properly the impact that this has on you as a human. It builds distrust in those around you and even in those that you should trust. It makes you question your every word, every action and every thought that you have. You need to analyse those thoughts that come into your head in hopes of making some sense of your own twisted and complex thoughts which are a result of this false reality you've been forced into. It gives you a warped view on the world. It's almost as if you're watching the world closing around you in slow motion. You know you're going to be suffocated. You know you're going to be trapped, but you just can't escape it. Every hurtful word, every insult, every criticism becomes like an individual needle stabbing you and sticking in your skin like a verbal voodoo doll. It just builds, and if you try and brush them off, it just causes you more pain and scarring. But if you work with the right people to remove those pins one at a time, you can be able to walk away with only a few pinprick scars. But I'm sure you already know all of this, and I'm sure you've lived this yourself. But I want you to know that you're not alone. You have an army of supporters made up of domestic abuse survivors, Depp heads, and people who are very vocally Team Amber Heard until they read everything and are now speaking up for the truth. So where there is darkness, there always needs to be some light, and I wanted to show you some of the sparkles of light in this darkness. As a community, we know how much you support charity. So to make sure that the charities that you support are supported by us in this time, Stevie from Stevie J Raw here on YouTube has raised over £20,000 for Great Ormond Street by selling Not a Bot merchandise and having a charity live stream. The community have rallied around each other and created new support networks and friendships. We've helped each other find the right support if we've needed it, and we've lifted each other up on days when we felt down. We've got people from Australia having fun Zoom live streams with others across the world in America, the UK, Canada, France, Spain and Colombia. Your story is being shared far and wide, and it is providing strength and hope to all those in the same situation. Now, I know I've left a lot of people out and a lot of good stories out, but please put them in the comments so I can credit everybody like they need to be in a future video. Johnny, you've made coming forward as a male domestic abuse victim so much easier. But then Amber took that away. And that's why we've started this project of letters, because domestic violence has no gender. All victims deserve their voices to be heard. Now, I have some statistics for you, and most of you won't be aware, but 576,000 men and 1.2 million women were victims of partner abuse in 2018-2019. That works out 2 female victims to every 1 male victim. In 2017-2018, 11% of male victims had considered taking their own life due to partner abuse. In 2017-2018, nearly half of male victims failed to tell anyone that they were a victim of domestic abuse. Only 51% tell anyone. They are nearly 3 times less likely to tell anyone than a female victim, which is 49% of men fail to tell anyone as opposed to 19% of women. This has worsened since 2015-2016, where figures showed that 61% for men and 88% for women. In 2018-2019, sadly, 18 men and 80 women were killed at the hands of their current or ex-partner. And in terms of refuges and safe houses, currently there are 37 organisations with 204 spaces, with only 40 of those places dedicated for men here in the UK. Many parts of the UK have no or limited spaces at all. For instance, London has no spaces. With these statistics in mind, we have started a GoFundMe on behalf of the Justice for Johnny Depp movement. We want to raise at least £1,500 for the Mankind Initiative, who is a very worthy cause for helping male victims of domestic violence. If you can show your support by donating even a small amount, it would mean the world to the entire movement. A link to the GoFundMe is in the description, and it will also be available on our Twitter. Take the link and share it far and wide. All money will go directly to the charity through GoFundMe, and no money will come into our hands. To all those who are victims of domestic violence, please come forward. You will be believed. What's happening to you is not okay. There's a way out, and no matter what your abuser says to you, you will be believed. Coming forward should not be seen as a thing of embarrassment or shame. It isn't a hit to your pride. No one will think less of you or see you as weak or a walkover. You are showing a strength that no one can understand. Please look at the link in the description for the Mankind Initiative, who have a wealth of resources to help. Services and men are scarce here in the UK, so I don't know and I can't imagine what it's like around the world. We need a voice. We all need to stand up as survivors and shout from the rooftop that domestic violence knows no age, it knows no gender, no sexual orientation, no colour or religion. Everyone could potentially become a victim. So why should it just be women's voices that are heard? And finally, Johnny, you are an inspiration to those who have been victimised. Your strength, your tenacity and your calm in this situation has shown others that we can come from these situations with our head held high. With dignity and pride and with honour that we stood up and we spoke out for all those who feel that they don't have a voice. We hope that 2021 blesses you with more strength and a feeling of love that has surrounded you, and blesses you to see the clarity while thinking about her twisted reality. Please remember, you are not alone. Yours, Becky. So please remember, there is a GoFundMe now active and set up. The link is in the description below, to raise £1,500 for the Mankind Initiative. And don't forget, we've still got our inbox open on Twitter for you to send us any questions that you've got for anybody in this whole situation. Videos addressing Elon, Io and Whitney are coming in the future, so even if you've got questions for them, please send them across. About when the next video will come out. Well, after this uploads, there'll be a break of about a week to 2 weeks. because during this process, since the first video came out, certain situations have been brought to our attention that we need to address. But we need to do this with the speed and with the respect that the person involved needs for it to be done properly. Our next video was scheduled to be directed at APublicLetterToJohnnyDepp, but due to what has come up, we've decided that we're going to be pushing that back as we need to give everyone involved the space and the time to talk fully. So our next video will address Amber again. But please keep your support coming for the project and reach out if you have a story to share. We will take the time you need to feel comfortable to share everything. Our next video also needs to be run past a solicitor here in the UK and a lawyer in the US before we can upload, as I'm sure everyone can appreciate that because of this time of year and the current pandemic, this may take a little bit longer than what we would normally expect. I'd like to thank everyone who made this video possible, and as I leave you here today, I'm going to leave you with the beautiful vocals and lyrics and music provided by Angela Gale. A link is to her channel, and the wonderful music video that she made to accompany the song is in the description. Go give her a like, a follow and a subscribe, all those normal types of things. Now while you're in the description, I've put some links for valuable resources to help you or any of those around you that may need some extra support. Now I'll leave you with Angela and the wonderful messages of support that you have all provided to show Johnny that he is not alone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.
Yourself in the fight of your life. They've made it so no one knows you're right. Now every step you take is scrutinized. We're all conditioned to just take her side. And why our equal rights don't matter when she accuses him. The former trumps the latter. You can't share, you can't take a stand, you can't say you're heard, 'cause you're only a man. Identity is a funny thing, free to be who we are and the values we claim. It's hypocrisy that makes me think these are lies. When we question ourselves, who can be victimized? And why our equal rights don't matter when she accuses him. The former trumps the latter. You can't share your grief, your pain, you just can't. All truth is lost, 'cause you're only a man. All victims matter, and their truth should be told. Stop judging based on a body and just look at the soul. The court of public opinion is unfair and suspicious. Let's stop this fascination and just mind our own business. And why? Because all our rights matter. Let everyone say their truth. No circus or chatter. It should always be safe to share your courage, 'cause you can, 'cause it matters. Our voice matters, whether you're woman or man.